Shay series tied at 1-all on a wicket sometimes that have a mind of its own. What will the cricketing public expect?
Hopefully for us, a win. But again, as you said, can be slightly unpredictable at times with the surfaces here at Kennington. But from what I can see, looking on, it looks like a decent surface. So I think it should be a nice cricket wicket.
Shay, coming into the series, Ralph Tony Barrios today, Kite News. Coming into the series, series tied, of course. Any pressure on yourself as captain playing at home, and more so for what the series might mean for West Indies cricket?
First, I think pressure is relative. It's how you take it on as a professional athlete versus in all sports. Just about making sure we understand what's at stake, and we all know the series tied at 1-1. We have everything to play for. Any series against England is always a big series, and to win here in front of our home fans is exactly what we're trying to do.
Any lessons learned from the previous game where West Indies never really got their game plan going?
Yeah, we can always tighten up in a few areas. One for sure that I always preach in the dressing room is our fielding. We need to make sure that we're taking those chances, having that impact in the field, having a lot more body language around in the field, especially in the ring. But again, we got to start better with the ball, especially at the top, so we can get some earlier inroads. We've been struggling a little bit as a team to get those early wickets to put teams under pressure. So that's going to be a certain highlight for us going forward into this next year.
Sorry.
Obviously, we're in Barbados now, 1-all. You looking at any changes tomorrow, possibly roster chase or back before getting the Watkins and over?
I think from a Bajan standpoint, that's what everyone would like to see, but I can't speak on that as yet.
Looking at your team, you as captain, your record with the bat, many batsmen, anyone who would like to have it. Congrats on reaching 5,000 runs.
Thank you very much.
Have you thought of fiddling the lineup a bit in order to guide the middle order and make sure it produces? For example, you have the big hitter Shepherd, who this morning demonstrated the no-look 6. So maybe it might be something you might think of just to throw the English off their game plan.
So you think that Sheffield should open the batting, as what you're saying?
I am not a selector. I don't want Mr. Hinds to take my head.
Okay. Okay, I take your point, but again, we see his importance in the back end of the innings. Anyone that has a Romero Shepherd in their team could always depend on him in the back end. So I think he's better off finishing innings first than coming in too early and then it's pretty much losing that pinch hitter at the bottom first.
My last question I must ask you, and going back to the pitches where West Indian batsmen love that ball coming onto the bat, and sometimes the wicket plays better batting second, sometimes it plays better batting first. It's a gamble. How much of, should I say, anti-climax you might want to put it, our groundsmen are creating, the kind of problems our groundsmen are creating at home for our batsmen? Sorry if I put you on the spot, but Dario knows I like to just put it as it is.
You're fishing, man. You're fishing. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say it's a big gamble. Regardless of what we do first, we have to do it well. So even if it's in our favor, the conditions are unfair, we still have to perform well and execute out there. Sometimes the due factor will play a big part in these games. I'm not sure what the due factor would be like here in Barbados, but in Antigua, it certainly has a lot to do with the game. But yeah, I can't really speak too much on the wicket, on the surfaces here in the Caribbean. Let's just hope that tomorrow is a good one for the fans to enjoy some lovely cricket.
Final question from Marcelo. Godagish Multi's been getting wickets for you, efficient, getting the ball to turn. What are your thoughts on his performance, and how important would he be in tomorrow's match?
He's a masterful spinner. He's one of those guys that I can depend on in most situations. He can bowl in power play. He can get me a couple of wickets in the middle. He can also do a job at the back end with depth. So like I said, he's a very dependable bowler. He's shown that he's matured a lot over the years. And as long as he continues doing what he's doing, he's going to be an asset for West Indies going forward in all three formats.
Finally, for me, in the first game, we timed the chase against said pretty well. Second game, we went to the pick first. Didn't go so well. 1-all now. Expecting some rain between tonight and maybe tomorrow. Any indication of you think the bat or bowl first?
that's a tough decision, I would say. I don't like to allow the overhead conditions to affect the decision too much, but you still have to take it into consideration. But tonight, the drainage here at Kensington is pretty good, so let's hope that the rain stays away so we can have a full 100 overs tomorrow.
Fantasy.
Tomorrow for the rest.